What's up, family? Man, I want to have a heart-to-heart. First and foremost, man, I bless each and every one of you that catch this video. May God continue to guide you and lead you in your growth and development and in your healing. Man, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. We have to understand that, man, we've wasted a lot of time. We've wasted a lot of time just doing stupid ass shit. You know what I mean? I was coming home last night and I was looking at the moon, and I love the moon. I'm fascinated by the moon. I'm just something about the moon that just draws me to it. You know what I mean? And so, but looking and feeling the energy from the moon last night, just looking at it and just in awe of it. And just sitting there just talking to God. It's like, man, God, I love this. I love how bright it is. I love how it lights up the sky. And I could hear God say, Elijah, that's what I called you guys to do. I'm like, what? It's like, that's what you guys have been called to do. That's what you've been chosen to do. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, Elijah, so often you guys look around the world, you look around where you're at, and you're sitting there and you're just so frustrated because things are chaotic, things are just miserable, things are just toxic and negative and just bad and blah, 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 blah. But you were called, you were chosen to come to be a beacon of light in this dark place. Wherever you're at, you were chosen to be a beacon of light in your dark community, in your dark area. Elijah, you could look at the moon during a day, but it's not near as bright as it is at nighttime. The darker it is, the more brighter the moon shines. And that's how it is with chosen ones. You don't realize how bright your light is until you're standing in the midst of darkness. You don't realize how far your light shines until you're standing in the midst of darkness. See, in the daytime, you're up there. You still got some shine too. People can still see you. When you're standing in the midst of light, people still see your light. But they don't see your light nearly as much as they see your light when you're standing in the midst of darkness. So often we as chosen ones, we don't want to be in darkness. We don't want darkness nowhere near us because we don't understand our purpose. We don't understand that we were called, we were chosen, handpicked to stand in the midst of the darkness, to stand in the midst of chaos and bullshit and call it for what it is. To shed light on the darkness, to shed light on the bullshit. We got to grow up. We have to understand why we're here. So often, the great majority of us, if the truth be told, we don't realize how much light we have within us. We don't. We have no idea how many people see our light. We have no idea how many people are being aided by our lights. How many people are using our light to find their way out of darkness? They're using our light to find their way back home. They're using our light to find their way back to safety. And so often, we get frustrated. If the truth be told, man, are we having an impact? Are people even listening to us? People even paying attention to us? Because we don't really see a whole lot of gratitude. We don't see a whole lot of people saying, man, thank you, I appreciate you, whatever the case may be. You don't see a whole lot. And so you start to wonder, man, Am I even making a difference in the world? Because I look around and it's still bullshit upon bullshit and drama upon drama. Everywhere I look, there's some more chaos. Everywhere I look, there's some fucking negative, toxic ass shit. And that's good. That's good. You were called to stand in the midst of that. You were called to stand in the midst of that. Be your light. Be you. Let your light shine. You have no idea how many people see your light. You have no idea how many people you're really helping just by you being you. You don't have to be the sun. You don't have to be the stars. Just be you. And let your light shine. Just be you. You don't have to copy anybody else. You don't have to talk like me. You don't have to talk like anybody else. You don't have to look like us. Just be you. Just be you. You were called, you were chosen just to be you. You weren't chosen to be somebody else. You wasn't chosen to copy somebody else. You were chosen because you were peculiar. You were chosen because you were different. Be you. Learn to be comfortable in your own skin. And you can only learn to be comfortable in your own skin by dealing with your trauma, dealing with your toxicity, dealing with your negativity, dealing with your low self-esteem, dealing with your insecurities, dealing with your fears, dealing with your anxieties, understanding why you have them, and growing through them. The more you do that, the more your light shines. The more you eliminate the darkness in you, the more your light shines. Your light is not as bright as it could be because you have so much negativity in you. But the more you eliminate that, the more your light is able to shine out again. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Let your light shine. I know the world seems fucked up right now. I know it seems like everywhere you turn, there's some bullshit going on. Don't allow that to make you negative. Don't allow that to make you feel overwhelmed and full of anxiety and fear and doubt and all this other stuff, because that diminishes and minimizes your light. We have to grow up. And sometimes, like the moon, you have to stand alone. You have to stand right where you're at, all by your motherfucking self. Do you have the courage to stand 10 toes down? Do you have the courage to stand on business? Do you have the courage to stand on truth and love? Regardless of what the fuck is going on around you, regardless of what everybody else is saying, do you have the courage to stand up and keep letting your light shine? Do you have the courage to do what it takes so that your light can shine brighter? We have to grow up. I hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, or to even challenge your way of thinking. We have to grow up. There's so much that we can learn from nature if we would just humble ourselves. Stop acting like we got everything all figured out. Stop acting like we know everything. And get in alignment with Source, God, the universe, the Most High. And ask Him, them, the lessons. What is it that I'm supposed to gain from this? What is it that I'm supposed to gain from this experience? How is this supposed to help me? I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.